A small but growing encampment remained in place early Friday on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. A statement issued by the school said officials were closely monitoring the encampment, which had started on Thursday, and had not received any reports of threatening or violent behavior by the protesters. However, they warned that protests or speech that violates the university's policies, disrupt its business, or causes an intimidating, hostile, or violent environment would not be tolerated. Pro-Palestinian protesters gathered at Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona on Friday. The event kicked off at about 8:45 a.m. as university students and demonstrators flocked into alumni lawn by the dozens, brandishing Palestinian flags and signs. They called for an official statement from the university condemning the violence in Gaza. The group quickly and quietly constructed a Gaza solidarity camp, one of many in a growing movement across the nations this week. The encampment featured more than a dozen tents and shade structures. However, local news station reported that several people had been handcuffed by police. The first arrest came at about 9 a.m. with campus police telling protesters they were violating a criminal trespass statute. Police on Friday arrested a handful of protesters at a pro-Palestine encampment set up on Arizona State University's campus in Tempe.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! No more money for Israel's crime! No more money for Israel's crime!
Students and faculty from several Chicago colleges and universities helped pro-Palestinians protest Friday in an effort to show solidarity with demonstrations that have been roiling campuses across the country, including in downstate Urbana-Champaign. Hundreds of demonstrators from the University of Chicago, the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, Columbia College Chicago, and Roosevelt University marched, chanted, and held up signs supporting Palestinians living in Gaza. The rallies come a day after protesters formed an encampment on Northwestern University's Evanston's campus and spent the night outside. Things got more heated at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign Friday. There, protesters attempted to set up tents and clashed with police Friday. There was one arrest. Although police at Northwestern said they would arrest protesters who remained in the encampment after the school hastily banned tents Thursday, no arrests had been made as of Friday evening. Protesters said they plan to maintain the encampment indefinitely. At the epicenter of the protests, Columbia University students who inspired pro-Palestinian demonstration across the country dug in for their 10th day Friday as the university's president faced harsh criticism on how to address protests with graduation looming. Columbia officials said that negotiation was showing progress as the school's self-imposed early Friday deadline to reach an agreement on dismantling the encampment came and went. Nevertheless, 2 police buses were parked nearby and there was a noticeable presence of private security and police at entrances to the campus. Officials at Columbia and some other schools have been negotiating with students protesters who have rebuffed police and doubled down.
So since we returned to the table yesterday, we made a progress with the university. It's not a significant progress. At least we are discussing some real demands. As I said, with number 2, there's with our demand regarding financial disclosure, there is some progress in that. In some areas regarding the statement of the president, there is some progress, and as well other areas. However, our main demand, which is divestment from the Israeli occupation, there's an impasse in that.